phase 5 of the no money spent journey. At this point, we had about 1.7 million coins, but if you're like me and you're an avid Madden player, you always want to keep basically adding to your overall, keep adding to your team. And well, if you want to pick up the new and shiny, new expensive, basically content cards they drop every week, you're going to need some coins. And well, we need to basically take that 1.7 mil because that isn't going to last long with the way Madden is. And we need to take that 1.7 mil and basically push forward and progress and move that into 1.7 into the multi-million-dollar stage. But phase 5 is actually going to be the shortest kind of duration between episodes because we go on basically the best profitable week that I have gotten to this date, I believe, with Madden 22. But phase 5 actually is going to start with my first failed investment of the year, and this was my training investment going into Gridiron Guardians content day. Now, I had pretty much been buying 89 overalls at 90,000 coins, pretty much my 1.7 mil that I had gotten from the heavyweight method from our beginning of our team of the week investing. Well, I pretty much invested it entirely into training because going into the Gridiron Guardians content, we thought that we were going to get basically an 80 plus reroll, making the trading market pretty much spike over the weekend. However, but by the way, Gridiron Guardian content was actually a huge W. It was kind of the first content that we gotten from current day players with high overalls. We'd pretty much seen campus heroes, legends, team diamonds. It was pretty much past players. We didn't really have any current day players getting high overall cards. So I personally really like the Gridiron Guardians content. But man, the Gridiron Guardians content came and we got no reroll. EA threw us a huge curveball in my training that I had bought at about, I believe it was an 89 overall for 90,000 coins. I don't know the ratio. It was somewhere around the 30 coins per training market. Well, training plummeted all the way down to about 25. So I, at this point, was in panic mode. I had 1.7 million invested into training, and well, I went back to old reliable, the heavyweight method. I'm going to end up basically quick selling all those flashback rising star cards that I had bought at 90k, the 89 overalls. I basically quick sold them and was just re-rolling heavyweights, trying to get as many coins as I could back from basically the training failure investment. And I got back out, it was like 1.4 mil. I lost about 400k from investing in training, but with kind of that failed investment came the start and the dawn really of the greatest kind of weekend I had gotten profit wise. Well, we got our second kind of lottery ticket method of the year, and this was the Gridiron Guardians champion set. And it was a very simple set. You pretty much would spend about 409,000 coins. You would buy 390 overalls, and well, when you did the set, you got back the champion card 1 of 4. You had Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Rodgers, CMC, and Fred Warner, and then you would get back 3 times the 90 overall end cap players, and all you would do was just sell Jalen Ramsey and quick sell the 90 overall cards. Basically, you would sell Ramsey for 380,000 coins. You spent about 400k on the set, so you get back 340k just net coins, and well, you had all that leftover training. And well, training at this time still went for quite a lot, so we'd gotten about 70,000 coins for 3,750 training, which, remember, training initially going to this promo was at 30 coins for training. The market kind of crashed, dropped to 25. Well, we were doing a set where we'd get training at 19 coins per training, so it was a really, really huge discount. All we really would do with that training is just re-roll the heavyweights and eventually sell them on the market. But you have to understand, lottery ticket methods, they come and they go. That set actually was only profitable for 1 day. I got a little bit more YouTube vids. I was only getting about 50 to 80 views on my YouTube at the time, so I probably wasn't the reason why the method went away, but the market adjusted. And well, with lottery ticket methods, you have to basically spam them because you never know how long they're going to be. But with the kind of dying of the Gridiron Guardian lottery ticket method, it kind of inspired me. We went through basically a phase where we found some new coin making methods. We went through and started doing legendary sets. It's a very black and white method. You buy the set pieces, you get the legend, and you sell the legend. And well, if you combine the legend set pieces and sell the full legend for more after tax, it's very simple. You make profit. And well, there were a couple cards with kind of this market crash where you were able to do them for super cheap, and well, cards would actually still go for quite a lot because at the time, Mike Haynes and cards like Jerry Rice were still some of the best cards in the game. The Raiders team was only getting more and more popular, so their cards were still bought at a frequently on the market, so the full legend still went for a significant amount of coins. We were able to basically be doing a Mike Haynes sit, and we would do this sit about 20 times over this weekend, 240k on average, and we would sell the full legend Mike Haynes for about 380,000 coins on average. So we're making 100k a card. You imagine I did about 15 of him over one weekend. That's 1.5 mil made just off of Mike Haynes alone. We would just basically do the set, sell the card, do the set, sell the card, do the set, sell the card. And with Gabe Sleek, that legendary set method also broke through a new type of method. It's probably my favorite method because it's the most relaxing. It's the most chill method. There is no stress involved, and it is what I called. And this video actually did really well. This was my first probably solid video on YouTube that got triple-digit views. They got like 200, 300 views, which I'm really proud of. But it was the warehouse method. Now, what do you haven't been with the channel, you probably don't know what the warehouse method is, but all it is we would pretty much get training at its cheapest amount during a market crash, and well, we would kind of snipe training actually significantly under. So 89 overalls for 25 coins of trading, we're going for about 70-ish, mid 70,000s. We would try to buy them for under 70,000 coins. Well, we would take the cards. This was either heavyweights, rising stars, flashback cards, and we kind of wait till their card kind of not the entire market would rise, but you'd be shocked basically. Cards 1 hour like Michael Pierce would be 75k. We'd buy them at 75k. The next hour they'd be 85k, and the next hour they'd be 95k. You would just pretty much wait until certain cards go up at really weird price. Like for example, Andrew Norwell, you see 79k. Well, we're gonna list Andrew Norwell for 97k because when those 279 sell, ours will be the cheapest on the market. So we were buying 89s at 75k. We were buying 90s at like 120k and just waiting for their price to randomly spike up. And then we just sell them for insane profit. It's called the warehouse method because you pretty much stockpile a bunch of different types of cards in your binder, and you just wait basically for a buyer to basically want the card at a super high price, and you sell. It's a very patient method. It really rewards patience because the more patient you are, the more profit you're going to make. But going into basically this weekend, we had 1.8 mil. We invested it all into training, and then poof, it basically went down to about 1.3, 1.4 mil. But through the Gridiron Guardian champion kind of lottery ticket method, through legend sets, and then through the warehouse method, you see now, this is kind of at the end of the weekend, we have upwards of 2.3 mil, and we have so many cards left to sell as well. We added another legend kind of set to our method. We started doing Jerry Rice and ran 280k on average, and we were selling for 370k on average. Again, we were doing this not once, not twice, but upwards of 15 to 20 times this entire weekend. So Mike Haynes, Jerry Rice, you can see where the profit came from, and now we went up to 6.8 mil, and we actually go into kind of my auctions, my bids. You'll see I pretty much flipped. It was over like 300 cards to the warehouse method. Here are my bids, man. You can see it's either legends, it's either 90 overalls or 89 overalls or even 91 overalls, and pretty much at snipes. And well, we would just sell them for significantly above what we bought them for. It wasn't really like a magic trick or something. It was pretty much we would just be patient and we'd wait. You see the bids, man. 343 bids over the course of 3 days. And now you go through my auctions, you can see when we were selling 88s at 75,000 coins, we were buying 89s at 75,000 coins. And you can see, and the 89 overalls, the Andrew Norwell, that's what I meant about the Andrew Norwell. You saw it went 79, 79k, then 100k. We listed a couple up at 97k, and well, they eventually sold. This is where the profit really started to come in. We went from about 1.8 mil and a failed investment down to 1.3, all the way up to 6.8 mil pretty much in one weekend. We added so many methods pretty much into our toolbox, basically our coin making bag. But you can see this was a weekly recap from the episode. We started at 1.1 mil, eventually got to 7.4 mil, so that was 6 mil, really not made in a week, but made through about from Friday to Sunday. We made 6 mil, really an insane profitable week. But that's really gonna be phase 5. It was a shortened episode, or shortened kind of phase, because well, we added so much in such a little amount of time. You can see phase 5, really the goals, it's to take the next leap forward in kind of your coin making plethora, your bag, pretty much your day 2 basically, or day to day. Kind of forgot to mention this, but your day-to-day coin making cycle through phase 5, we kind of at this point we got on pretty much Tuesdays was team of the week investing, Wednesday was arbitrage method, and then the weekend was warehouse method and legend sets. We'll get more into the day-to-day coin making cycle in phase 6, but you can see we added the warehouse method, we added the legend set method, and again, our coin total is never going below 1 mil, but now we pretty much have gone from 1 mil to 6.7 mil. Now at this point, we're just basically, we're flexing on the YouTube community, we're flexing on Madden. We want to take our 6.7
6.7 are 7 million coins, and we want to turn it into 10 mil, into 15 mil. And really, that's what's going to be phase 6. Sorry, I said phase 5. I'm getting a little tired now. Phase 6 is now coming up next into the Madden 22 Ultimate Team No Money Spent episode 100 mini series.